Yes, I have the latest and greatest iPhone 16 Pro, but I've always been curious about the iPhone mini. So today, I'm swapping my eSIM over and using it as my daily driver. Part of the reason is for that product red color because that black and red combo still looks amazing, but let's see what it's like to live with the mini in 2025. Like every other morning, I start my day by doom scrolling, replying to messages, and of course, watching a few YouTube videos. Pretty standard stuff, except I'm using the iPhone mini with 100% battery life. It's 9:37 in the morning, so it's been about 2 hours since I've been up, and battery is currently at 90%. And if you saw, I have my Google Maps turned on, so usually I would plug it into the car to use CarPlay, but since that would charge the phone, I have it just mounted on the MagSafe charger and using Google Maps without charging, so we'll see how fast that drains the battery. I have a feeling this is not gonna last all day. All right, I'm here to get my haircut, but a quick update on the battery. That was about a 30-minute drive, and if you can see, I have used almost 8% of battery, so I'm at 82%. It's not looking amazing. I got my haircut and continued to drive home using my iPhone mini as my Google Maps, and by the time I got home, I was already at 70% battery life. It's 11:30 a.m. Quick check-in on the battery. It's at 66%, so not doing amazing, but I am headed to the gym right now and figured I'd use this chance to test the camera. So I'm using the front-facing camera right now with a built-in mic to show you guys kind of the quality. Still feel pretty shy filming in public, so didn't get much footage at the gym, but mainly used the iPhone for listening to music, then got home to shower and eat while being addicted to my phone for video purposes only, of course. It's 2:30 p.m. now, and the battery is at 42%, so not terrible. And looking at my screen time, used around 55% of battery with 2 hours and 36 minutes of screen time, which is not terrible. Honestly, I feel like it could be worse. Considering its size, it's doing better than I expected. So currently I'm working at my desk, and when I'm usually sitting here, I would usually have my phone charging through MagSafe, and thankfully iPhone 13 mini does have MagSafe. I would usually just, put it there to charge, and I'm just gonna do it for 1 second, like that, and it would start charging. But for the video, I'm not gonna charge it. One thing that I'm loving a lot more than I thought I would is how small the device is and how easily it is to use with just one hand. I feel like nowadays with the small phones are at least 6.3 inches when it comes to the screen size, but with the iPhone mini, it has 5.4 inches screen size, and it is truly usable with one hand, and I do not have big hands. Like reaching all 4 corners of the phone is honestly not an issue at all. I actually feel like I don't need my second hand for anything, and I can get everything done in one hand, and I can't say that about with my iPhone 16 Pro. It does feel a little sluggish sometimes when I'm scrolling through the phone, and I think that has to mostly do with the refresh rate of the screen. Not having the ProMotion display hurts that. I haven't really noticed the notch at all. It's basically the same thing as the dynamic island in my eye, and watching content has been fine. I don't think I've noticed that much of a difference, and I'm sure when I go back to the iPhone 16 Pro, maybe I'll notice that a little bit more, but when I'm using it after a few hours, I got used to it really quickly. And yeah, I gotta say I've been loving it so far. For dinner, my girlfriend and I decided to make some enchiladas, and I used my phone to look up the recipe, and this was our first time trying out this recipe, and it turned out pretty well, so I would highly recommend.
The cheese is what makes that. Go, right?
Enchilada. All right, so I'm gonna start winding down for the night, and it's 8:40 p.m. exactly right now, and my battery is at 14%, so almost dead. I think it'll last until maybe 10 p.m. if I use it moderately. Like I said a few times earlier in the video, I usually charge my phone most of the time when I'm not using the phone. Like when I'm driving or at my desk working, I usually have the phone plugged in or charging through MagSafe, so I never really have to worry about charging the phone. I can see it being inconvenient for a lot of people who don't really want to worry about battery life, so if that's your biggest concern, probably not the best option. I forgot to talk about 2 things yesterday. First one being that iPhone 13 mini uses Lightning port, which was a little bit annoying and inconvenient since most of my devices nowadays use USB-C, but nothing major. More importantly, I didn't get to talk about the back cameras, and it's just missing the telephoto lens that comes with the Pro models, but still has a 12 megapixel regular lens as well as the wide angle camera. And I think those two lenses are probably the most important for a lot of people. Not having that telephoto lens is not the worst thing in the world, but the quality is not terrible. I'll share some pictures right now of the iPhone 13 mini and pictures from the iPhone 16 Pro so you can see the difference for yourself. I personally use the camera on my iPhone quite a bit for my channels, for filming and taking pictures, so I don't think these would fit my need, but for a lot of regular people who don't use the camera as much, I think these will be fine enough. So after a full day of using the iPhone 13 mini in 2025, the experience has been pretty refreshing. Like I mentioned earlier, the size is perfect for one-handed use, and I just love how lightweight and compact it is. And while the battery barely made it through the day yesterday, I was honestly expecting a little bit worse, so the fact that I was able to use it throughout the day without charging was pretty impressive. Personally, I don't think I'll be able to make a full switch back to the iPhone 13 mini, as the iPhone 16 Pro has a lot of features that I use a lot, such as better battery life, ProMotion display, better cameras, but this definitely made me feel appreciative for smaller phones again. And if Apple ever brought back small phones again, like the iPhone mini with some better specs, I'll definitely buy that in a heartbeat. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.